Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon's Blog. A great Friday morning here in Southeast Asia, Malaysia to be precise. Wherever you are on the globe, especially on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, or right here in Asia with me. Dear friends, you are highly welcome to this Friday edition. It is Friday, the weekend is bubbling, and a lot is expected of our club, Chelsea Football Club, this weekend. It's going to be Chelsea, West Ham. But later tonight, or later this afternoon in Europe, our coach will be speaking to the press, and I'll be there to give you every detail. I will surely give you every detail about that press conference. But before then, this video, there will be a second one later in the day before the press conference. Dear friends, so make sure you don't miss any, because we have a lot to talk about going into our game against West Ham. Right now, we are starting this morning on a very quiet note. Oh yes. We want to visit the Champions League. Oh, yes. No matter how we want to look at it, we want to spend a minute or two on the Champions League. And as you can see on your screen right now, this new format about the Champions League, am I the only one who is finding it difficult to get used to it or understand it? Am I the only one? Honestly, it looks like it's too weird for me. This new format. Just look at the table. It's more like the premier, like a league table. It's just like a league table. Right now, the first 8 teams, as you can see on your screen, they are already qualified to the round of 16. The first 8 teams, as you can see on your screen, that comprises Bayern Munich, Celtic, Leverkusen, Aston Villa, Dortmund, Sparta Prague, Liverpool, Juventus. Those are the first 8 teams. They have automatically qualified into the round of 16. Now, the next batch of 16, they are to play what is called a playoff. And that group, the next batch that has to play the playoff, they comprise Real Madrid, Sporting CP, Benfica, Atletico Madrid, Brest, Monaco, PSG, Arsenal, Atlanta, Bologna, Inter, Man City, Shakhtar, Barcelona, Leipzig, Sturm Graz. Now, if you look at the teams that are yet to play, or that are now going to play the playoff, big teams are in there. Real Madrid have to play the playoff. Arsenal, playoff. Inter Milan, playoff. Man City, they are all there. Barcelona. Then the teams that have been really, they are out. They are eliminated from the Champions League. They are also right there. Kipna, Zvezda, Girona, PSV, Stuttgart, Milan, I believe AC Milan, Lille, Club Brugge, Salzburg, Young Boys, Bratislava, Feyenoord, and GNK Dynamo. These are the teams that have been eliminated from the Champions League. This system, for me, there are teams that have been eliminated right now that I believe could have gone to the next round if we were to follow the previous format. But this format is, I will not be surprised that the round of 16, Real Madrid could lose. It's very possible. It is very possible. So, if you understand, if you like it, let me hear from you. Do you like the new format that is being used? And hey, you see, one funny thing about this new Champions League format is if someone disciplines you, you don't have a second leg to play to avenge you. There's no second leg in this format. This is like a league table. Oh yes. You don't have any second leg. Assuming that Chelsea play Barcelona right now, and there were some incidents that took place. The second leg, Chelsea going to revenge. There is no second leg. We play ourselves once and it's gone. No second leg. So you don't have any opportunity to revenge. Just like Monaco disciplined Barca, and Barca Monaco owns Barca for life, dear friends. Hey, my dear friend, before I leave the Champions League, what are Arsenal fans' excuse this time around? Arsenal fans, what are your excuses this time around? What are your excuses this time around? When we called their football similar to Dutch football, they told us that it was like that due to the playing with 10 men against Brighton. Their complaint was that they played against 10 men. But you know, they used 10 players to play against Brighton after a red card. When red card was shown to Declan Rice, right? And not having Declan Rice, what caused them the match against Brighton? Okay, against Tottenham, the same story. Now, this is just boring. Arsenal Football Club, they will have to sit up. It's getting boring. Boring does not translate to bad game. Don't get me wrong. But there is very little innovation. I'm just trying to emphasize on the shape and style Arsenal is playing right now. Yeah. And let me remind you before you come after me. When it comes to England, London specifically, Arsenal fans, hear me and hear me out. Arsenal have never won Champions League, Europa League, Super Cup, FIFA Club World Cup. Yet their fans go on like they are an elite football. What kind of elite football club are you? You've not won the Champions League. You've not won the Europa League. You've not won the Super Cup. You've not won the FIFA Club World Cup. So what are you bragging about? What's your problem? Arsenal fans, don't come after me here. If you come after me, my men, Chelsea fans, will come after you. And hey, guys, don't let any Arsenal fan anywhere blame you. They've not won anything. In London, as far as football is concerned in London, Chelsea have won it all. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Oh yes, oh yes. Chelsea have seen it all. Tottenham, don't even come close. Don't come close. Tottenham, don't come close. Don't try it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me move on from there to Chelsea news finally. It is your breakfast news. I told you it's going to be very light. Yeah, light breakfast. In the afternoon, we'll come on and hit you hard. Sources have said Estavao has made it clear to Chelsea he sees himself as a creative number 10, playing behind a striker, despite playing the majority of his Palmeiras career on the right flank. Chelsea are working to grant his wish, although he could be used out wide to accommodate Cole Palmer. Palmeiras is a player that is seen as the future of Chelsea. Chelsea invested so much in him and they are still investing. Every goal he scores for Palmeiras, Chelsea pays Palmeiras for goals that the player scores for them. And it is Palmeiras' duty to make sure they utilize him, they develop him. And so, the player's wish right now is that his normal natural position is number 10 role. Although currently he plays from the right flank as a right winger. And this is why when I suggested to you guys that very likely Mudryk could be sold next summer. Because Estavao is coming. And currently he's operating from the right for Palmeiras. So if Estavao comes in order to accommodate Cole Palmer, who is also good on the right flank, and also very good in that number 10 role. Do you see there now? And the player Estavao already made very clear, and Chelsea will not like to do anything. Listen, you see, negotiation for this young player, 17-year-old, then was difficult, but Chelsea insisted on getting him. That is why there were some clauses that were inserted into his contract that under normal circumstances, Chelsea wouldn't have done so for many players. So right now it is believed Chelsea are working to grant his wish. They are working to grant his wish. And I believe many players will fall victim. And this is the reason why someone like Mudryk, I will get to that soon. You see, Estavao is one kind of a player. If he is given what he deserves, what he wants, He can do anything on the pitch of play. He gives assists. He plays his football. He scores goals. In fact, he's scoring goals for fun. Not even as a striker, but as a midfielder. He's scoring goals for fun. Dear friends, currently as we speak, a player at 17 years old, Estavao, at 17 years old, has played 3,037 minutes of football already at age 17. He has played a game 3,037 minutes already at age 17. Divide that by 90. 90 minutes per game, right? Okay. And see how many games he played so far. He has now picked up an injury on his left thigh against Criciúma and is expected to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. That is the news that I have for you. He has picked up an injury. His third injury in successive months. Are we going to get another injury-prone player at the age of 17? He's played 3,037 games already. But this is his third injury in successive months. Almost every month. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the latest update on Estavao. William Estavao. Right? Do not forget, Kendrick Paez is also there. Oh yes, he's also another good player for Chelsea. Kendrick Paez is also there. Both of these players are already playing for their national teams, senior national teams. Kendrick Paez with Ecuador and Palmeiras. This is with Estavao with Brazil. Dear friends, it is what it is. We have them. Next year, these guys are very young but very talented. And this is the thing. We will be lucky to make 30 million from Mudryk if we are to sell him as he stands. Because if Kendrick Paez is coming in next season, Estavao is coming in next season, and we have the kind of players we have, Neto, Sancho, just name them. We have to look of a way to offload some of these players, such as Mudryk. And it's my concern. Mudryk is one of the players that I love. I like him. I like his personality. I like his physique. His training style, he's that kind of physical player. He trains hard. I like his strength on the pitch of play. Sorry. But the truth of the matter is that his final third decision making for Mudryk is where the problem is. From last season till now. And guess what did we buy Mudryk? We bought Mudryk at the midst of war. When the Ukraine war with Russia started, that was when Chelsea went in for him. At that time, we were told, psychologically, there were many things because he has his family still in Ukraine. They are facing war with Russia, So we were told that Chelsea are trying to protect him and his family. But I think this is his third season, if I'm not mistaken. And we are yet to see the best of Mudryk. Dear friends, it's disturbing. As it stands, we will be lucky to make 30 million pounds from Mudryk if we are to sell him. A player we bought 88 million pounds from Shakhtar. Is it Shakhtar? No. Dynamo, is it Kiev also? Let me not make a mistake. I'm making too many mistakes on this platform. But so selling him won't be easy unless we are ready to take a huge loss. I would suggest he go on a loan first, maybe to Dortmund. The German league will favor him. That is my personal opinion, dear friends. It is my personal opinion. Yes. I'll soon be letting you go. It is your breakfast and I'll not take much of your time, dear friends. Both Mudryk and Estavao, they are the reasons why I'm here this morning and I'm done with that. You see, quickly, one more thing about Arsenal. Arsenal fans don't get on my nerves again. Don't get on my nerves again because I have so much to talk about when it comes to Arsenal. But I don't want to, be too hard on them. But I want to say something. You see, Arteta's edge to build a solid defensive structure has taken flair away from his team. Mikel Arteta's desire or his edge to build a solid defensive structure has taken flair away from his team. They look very mechanical at the moment and very hard to watch, boring. I hope this gets him titles because if not, then it's a waste. And why I brought this up, to summarize it, Enzo Maresca's system is similar to what Arteta is playing. Don't forget, they both train under Pep. And so they both are playing Pep system. Tic-tac. Inverting. Arteta doesn't invert that much that I know. But it's almost similar. And so their defenses are always weak. Throughout the last season, last 2 seasons, Arsenal's defense was weak because they play so much of attacking. Now, similar thing is happening right now under Enzo Maresca with Chelsea. We are attacking so much, we find it difficult to defend. If not for our last game against Bournemouth, where Caicedo came up boldly and firmly, played as we know, helped by that in that DM position, would have considered so much goals. And even if you watch, our goalkeeper saved a lot. The goalkeeper saved the situation a lot. So sometimes it's good to attack. The best way to defend is actually to attack. But when you are attacking, you must score the goals. Otherwise, when your opponent gets the opportunity, they will punish you. They will deal with you. So when you create your team, you make your team to attack, make sure that attack results in goals. Simple. If not, it will be a boring football like we are seeing Arsenal play right now. Dear friends, on that note, let me go to some shout out. It is your breakfast. I will not take much of your time. This first one coming from Franklin Asamoah. Franklin Asamoah in Ghana. It says, hello, this is Franklin Asamoah watching you from Accra, Ghana. I also support the idea of selling Disasi by their Shelley and Chiwell. But I think Mudryk should be sent out on loan to Strasbourg for his future development rather than selling him straightforward like that, because he has the potential to becoming a superstar in the near future. Reference to KDB, Kevin De Bruyne, and Mohamed Salah when they left Chelsea and they became superstars. So our sporting directors should learn from our past mistakes. That's very great one day. I agree with you perfectly. That's what I also suggested. I believe that Mudryk can do well in the German Bundesliga as well. That is why I suggested Dortmund for him. But like you said, Strasbourg is also okay. Our sister club is also okay for him. Dear friend, big shout out to you, Franklin Asamoah, and a very good morning to you out there. From Johannes, said bench Mudryk for good and play Neto. It depends on the system. It depends on the system we want to play. Neto right now, like I emphasized yesterday, Neto 1 versus 1 is very good in it. Then we must have men right in the box so that when he crosses the ball, the men in the box can attack. Otherwise, we will not get the best out of him. Anytime Neto have the ball, 1 versus 1, we must have men in the box to attack when he crosses. Big shout out to you, Johannes from GH Ghana. The next one says, good day, Mr. Selo. My name remains Odunayo Ojo from Lagos, Nigeria. Says, I think Maresca needs to understand that players are excelled when they play in their strength. Anywhere a player's capability suits, then he should play there. Hardly will you see Arteta play Saka where he doesn't fit. On Jackson, let us see how it unfolds. But I wish good work to silence his critics. Yes, so I wish he did a good work to silence his critics. So including yourself, Abi. The Sassi and Madasheli should go, please. We are seriously tired of them. Ben Chilwell is bought from Leicester City. Thank you very much. Yes, yesterday I said that what I tried to say is that he is an England international. I didn't mean he is Cobham bred. He's an England international. We can't afford to lose all the England internationals from our squad. And more so importantly, I am not being racist here, but I don't want Chelsea to turn to black teams. almost all our players are blacks. No, 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 no. I want those white colors within the squad. I hope you understand what I mean. Yeah. Let us not become like a black, more black players, black. No. Ben Chilwell, he could be a, for me, I never liked his style that much. I don't know whether maybe Pochettino used him wrongly. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. There was a time Poch was using him as a left winger instead of, he's a left back. He is a left back, but there was a time Poch was using him as a left winger, and we're not getting the best out of him. But anyway, your point is well made. Coming from Mudryk Stanley. No, okay, coming from Odunayo from Lagos State, Nigeria. Big shout out to you, Odunayo from Lagos State, Nigeria. The next one said, my name is Mudryk Stanley from Kenya. I think Neto should play in Mudryk position on the right side. Maresca should try to bench Mudryk and try Neto for at least 2 games. Tell me what you think. What do you think? I agree with you also, but like I said, when Neto is playing, he likes 1 versus 1 situations, and we must have men available in the box. Most of you agree on Neto's position playing from the right wing. That's great. That's good. Big shout out to you out there, Mudryk from Kenya. Big shout out to you. A very good morning to you guys in Africa. This one says, that's very true. Chelsea have not picked a win from London Stadium since a couple of seasons ago, but we will go there and pick a win on Saturday. Trust the process. David from Inside Spin Test. But in Lagos City right now, in G8. Oh, Inside Spin Test, right? Spin Test rule. No problem. Big shout out to you out there, David from Inside Spin Test, but now in Lagos City, GH. Big shout out to you out there, my dear friend. Greetings to everyone out there. Keep sharing the video, like the video. Let me hear from you in the comment section, and let me know you by your name and where you are watching from. The next one says, my name is Innocent Oguno. I really appreciate you for always giving us current happenings in Chelsea. I always rush down to click the button before even listening to you because you always make my day. Thank you so much, my brother. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Innocent Oguno. I really appreciate you. God bless you. I appreciate you, dear friend. And big shout out to you out there. I believe you are in Nigeria. All right, the next one says, let Neto play on the right wing. He is good on that wing. I'm Scott from Rivers State, Nigeria. Big shout out to you, Scott from Rivers State, Nigeria. The next one says, we need someone that can finish those crosses into the back of the net, else Neto's work rate won't be recognized. Exactly so, dear friend. Perpetua Ata, I believe, from GH Ghana. Big shout out to you out there. You guys all, I appreciate your comments. The next one, Mudryk feels relaxed. We must bring someone like Neto to compete with him on that right flank. On Mudryk, let's give him playing time in other leagues, in other league cups. If he does well, he can get back to Chelsea, to the EPL. That's true, exactly what we are saying. Coming from David Wonderson. Big shout out to you out there, David Wonderson. The next one says, sir, what you are saying about the coach using Neto at the left side is wrong. I prefer him playing Neto at the right. There is where he used to play more oftenly at. Oh, you see, in my analysis yesterday, maybe you got me, you didn't get it very clearly. On the left, it's not as if Neto is bad. We all know that his rightful position is on the right wing. But on the left, there is something he does on the left if he cuts into the midfield. From the left side, when he cuts into the advanced 8th position, then it's very helpful. But on the right, 1 versus 1 is what suits him. Maybe, I hope I'm making sense to you right now. Yeah, all right. We watch football with our eyes and we use our technical brain to analyze it, dear friend. Okay. Big shout out to you anyway. Big shout out to you out there. This one says, sir, what you are saying about the coach? Okay, the same thing. Big shout out to you. The name is what? Lawrence. Please let me have your name. Let me play more oftenly at. Okay, let me have your name next time. I think I can see something like Lawrence there. Big shout out to you, Lawrence. All right, the same person says, good afternoon, sir. My name is Lawrence Swain. I'm watching you from Liberia. Big shout out to you in Liberia, Lawrence Swain. I appreciate your comments so very much. Odunayo, this one says, I really appreciate your job. May God continue blessing you and your family. Odunayo from Nigeria. Big shout out to you, Odunayo from Nigeria. Okay, the last four. Abba Francis Abba says, to let you know, Rafa Benitez won the Europa League for Chelsea. Very well, I know. He won the Europa League with what team? A team that was already built. A team that was already, I think we were almost at quarterfinals or so before he came in. Right? But on a league table, we were performing poorly. That was what happened. Now, the squad was already there. What I tried to emphasize on was what Mikel Obi and what's his name? Gary Cahill said on podcast, that there was a banner, big banner, already at Cobham, awaiting the arrival of Benitez. As soon as the announcement was made, before his first training, there was a banner, get Rafa out, there before his arrival. I didn't say he didn't win any trophy for Chelsea, dear friend. Anyway, big shout out to you, Abba Francis Abba. He says, mind game is allowed in football, and that is what Maresca is doing. Oh, really? Okay. Big shout out to you once again, Abba Francis Abba. The next one says, you are very right about Noni Mudryk. The club just wants other clubs to overprice him. That's correct, from Innocent Oguno. Big shout out to you out there. The last but not the least, Mr. Selon, point of correction on the way you pronounce the name Caicedo. You always say Caicedo, but it is Caicedo. Check all your clips. You call Caicedo, but he is Caicedo. George Elson from Malawi. Big shout out to you, George Elson from Malawi. I believe this time around, I'm doing well with the pronunciation. Remember, the name Caicedo is not a Ghanaian name. Likewise, if you want to mention my name now, Mr. Selom, if I want you to pronounce it now, you might not be able to pronounce it perfectly. As a Ghanaian who pronounce it. It is what it is, dear friend. But I appreciate your comment though. Yes, I'll see you in the next one. You see me, dear friends. Shalom and peace.